See there. Oh my goodness. It was pretty treacherous yesterday. Even when I was driving to work, I may have skid or slid a couple of times.
Ooh, some of that hydroplaning going on. Yeah, no, that can be very dangerous, of course. And winds getting upwards of 60 miles per hour. That's what prompts those severe thunderstorm warnings. And likely what they saw over there with that 18-wheeler getting flipped over, some very strong winds. We also saw some this morning, and going through the next few days, can't rule out all of that severe weather, but this should be about the limits of what we see. Some of those 60-mile-per-hour winds and some of the hail working through, but still can cause some damage. Here's that live view of the radar over the past 3 hours. You can see it barreled through Corpus Christi, and we're dealing with some more of those light showers right now, at least not getting quite as windy or as much lightning right now, but still dealing with some of it, especially for southern portions of the coastal bend. Down towards Kennedy County, we still have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect through about 6:30 a.m. That's because you are still seeing some of those wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour, but should start to come down also as we go through the next few hours. Corpus Christi locally just dealing with some of that light green rain shower activity on the radar right now, so want to take your time out there on the roadways as we're looking at a live view from that studio sky cam. Plenty of cloud cover right now and just a few raindrops here in downtown. 69 degrees, winds out of the northeast, 22 miles per hour, and picking up over 3/4 of an inch of rain over at the International Airport. Not too bad for our Wednesday morning. In terms of those temperatures, rounding out in the 60s and 70s, 67 degrees over there in George West, 69 here in town, 68 the temperature for Alice, with San Diego coming in at a warmer 74 degrees so far this morning, and all of us going to be on that warm up as we head through the rest of our Wednesday. After we see the sun come out, we'll be back on the warm up. 78 by 11 a.m. winds out of the southeast once again as we're heading into the afternoon for us, and then daytime highs likely rounding out in those mid to upper 80s for us. Here's how the future tracker is going right now. You can see it's a little bit behind on where the storm should be, but nonetheless continues that same trajectory with them working offshore over the next hour or so, and then we're into those partly cloudy skies as we head into the afternoon. Calling about 86 here in Corpus Christi, but those mid-80s pretty common across the entire coastal bend today. And going into tonight, models start to differ just a little bit. This model wants to bring in a few of those light showers and storms to Corpus Christi, whereas the other model brings in a pretty strong system similar to what we just saw work through the area and pretty similar to yesterday as well. But either way, as we go through the next few days, still holding on to those isolated to scattered rain showers and storms through the weekend for us. So here's how the rain chances are playing out as we head into our Memorial Day weekend. Still holding on to a decent 30 to 40% chance of some of those showers and storms popping up and maybe throwing a wrench in some of your plans as we work into Memorial Day itself. That's where we start to see those rain chances dwindle off just a little bit, closer to that 10 to 20% mark, unlikely category for us. But either way, when all is said and done, as we're heading in towards Memorial Day, could pick up a decent about 2 inches of rain locally and even into the watershed, with localized higher totals under some of the heaviest downpours out there. But either way, looking like a very good drink of rain here locally and into the watershed, which hopefully puts some more dents in the drought monitor and those lake levels numbers. You can see we're still holding on to that level 5 out of 5 drought into the heart of the watershed right now, closer to Tilden out there, but hopefully we see that color improve as we're heading probably not into this week's update, but next week's update for that drought monitor. On the 7-day forecast, here's how it's playing out. Pretty much want to have that umbrella handy as we're rolling through today, tomorrow, and through the rest of the weekend for us also. But by the time we're heading into next week, the rain starts to dry up, still holding on to plenty of those mid to upper 80s for daytime highs, and overnight lows really settling out in those lower 70s.